What's up, EUR Web? It's Shakara, and I'm at the AAFCA special luncheon celebrating Black cinema. I was able to talk to Keith David, Ramel Ross, Lynn Whitfield, and so much more. So stay tuned because the interviews are juicy. We have the amazing, phenomenal person that we are honoring, Lynn, and I am in awe of you every single time. But I just want to say thank you for everything that you have done for us, especially women. You have done so many different roles, and I know it's like your favorite baby. If you had to choose, which has been your favorite role of your career?
Well, I guess I would have to say not my favorite role because I love all of my women, but the role that gave me a whole lot at one time, of course, was Josephine Baker. It kind of put me on the map as an actress and let people know I could hold my own in a film, in every frame of it almost. But I love Lady May. I love what I did in Eve's Bayou. I love Brandy Webb and Thin Line Billy. I love them all. And because I really feel that acting is like a service thing. And so it's shining a light and presenting human beings in a truthful way and hopefully a memorable and entertaining way as well.
How does it feel to be honored?
You know, for the African American Critics Association to honor me is magnificent because they're like the tum-tum drum of our culture as it comes to television and film, helping to shape the conversation in the way that the audience will view it, you know? So I am so appreciative that they, you know, find my work to be worthy and that I'm a legend or an icon.
She's an icon.
Well, I have so much more to do, so I want to continue to discern and earn this place in history.
Would you ever teach acting? Can you see that?
A
master class?
Oh yes, I would love to teach a master class. I've done that at Howard University. I love to do scene study where people prepare work and I critique it and help them to get deeper into the meaning of the scene, of the play, of the movie, so I like doing that. But I think that teaching is a commitment and you have to stick with it. I would hate to run out.
Because you're so big fan of what you've done in film. And I'm curious, what do you have planned next?
Oh, I just produced, Tyler Perry and I have a first look deal with Netflix. Oh. And we just produced our first film together. It's called R&B. It's a modern version of the story of Ruth and Boaz from the Bible. Oh. And Soraya McNeil and Tyler Lepley star as Ruth and Boaz. And Felicia Rashad plays Naomi. And the movie is amazing. It'll be on Netflix this year. So that's what I'm working on next, and I'm actually in pre-production on a film called Relationship Goals for Amazon.
So you are an author. You're already, film. I'm curious, do you plan to adapt any more books specifically that you're planning to write and adapt?
Yes, I actually have 2 books. I can't speak about them yet, but soon. 2 books that I wrote that are being adapted, both into TV series. So. Yeah.
Gosh, you guys heard it here.
I'll be able to talk about it soon. But yes, I love the idea of being able to, have these different things that I can do and then get them to kind of, cross-pollinate a little bit. So to be able to write a book, turn it into content is pretty amazing.
You're doing so much, and I'm curious, how do you balance it all?
It's like looking at a wheel with different spokes. So the wheel is hope, inspiration, motivation, and everything that I do is tied to that. So it actually makes it a little bit easier to do. I don't feel like when I'm either giving a sermon or I'm producing a movie or I'm, writing a book or even acting, I don't feel like I'm doing different things. I'm just doing the same thing in a different way.
When it comes to working on film, what really drove you?
I grew up in a house. My father was a police officer. My mother was a Black Panther. They met on a blind date, and they informed our movie choices when I was little. So my dad wanted the escapism. It was Trading Places and any Eddie Murphy, comedic movie. My mother, she was more of the foreign films and, all very cerebral. And so I think that informed, how I approach film, that great character, really, flawed, sympathetic characters, but still having a good time. I still love the idea of films as entertainment. laugh, cry,
Question.
thrill.
It's Black History Month. So what does Black History mean to you?
The history of so many of our ancestors, that we didn't know, that we don't know about. And then those, just our friends, our family, just right next to us. Such a rich legacy of resilience, of faith, of courage that is undeniable.
You guys, we are here with the stars who are taking Hollywood by storm. Stars of Nickel Boys. No, it is not. It is a very good storm. I mean, you guys have been nominated for Globes, Oscars, like even just being honored tonight. First of all, I got to know, what are the outfit details?
Oh yeah, I do know. Todd Schneider.
Okay.
And then Loewe on the toes.
Okay. Ooh.
And I've got Kid Super on right now.
Nice.
Yeah, on the toes. I'm not sure.
Let's find out.
But Kid Super.
We're gonna find out right now. Get you guys the deets that we need. What are the shoes?
Alan Edmonds. There we go.
Alan Edmonds. I love it. You guys are so fun together. Just watching them is fun. But the roles that you guys are playing are very heavy. So then how did you kind of really connect with each other throughout this roles?
We acted pretty similar to this when we weren't shooting. We spent time with each other. We hung out in New Orleans, got to know each other a little better, and building our friendship in real life to help with building our friendship on screen.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So I'm curious. Are there plans to collaborate again after this? Because the chemistry is undeniable between these two.
I hope so as well. There's no concrete plans, as there never really should be, because
We'll find each other. Well, we're also gonna stay friends.
Yeah.
We'll be kicking it.
yeah.
So he'll help me with tapes. I'll help him with tapes.
We haven't done. He helped me with the tape in New Orleans.
Yeah,
actually.
sure, yeah.
We haven't helped each other since, though.
You want to do that?
Yeah, we should do that.
We'll do that.
We'll do that.
See, that is beautiful. That is what today is about, celebrating the rising stars, but also it being African American History Month, collaboration. So thank you, you two, and we are so excited to see where you guys are headed. The visionary behind Nickel Boys. I'm going to hand you the mic because you are super tall. Bear with us. Losing his voice, we figured out that you have to do some vocal exercises. So do you want to try that real quick?
I would love to do some vocal exercises. La 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 la. All right, I feel much better.
Much better. This has been sweeping the awards season, and I want to know, how are you feeling about that?
Yeah, it's incredibly surreal. The process of making a film is so extensive, and just finishing it is a feat, and so to have it rewarded, acknowledged, it's incredible.
So your cast, I got to see two of them. It is electric, your cast together, and I feel like that's because of the environment that you created. And so I just wanted to, do you have any funny stories from set that you can tell us?
Funny stories. I think all of the stories, it was a blast to do, and those guys are such good friends. They had a chemistry that preceded casting them together, and they didn't even know each other. And so I think a lot of times we had to remind them in the scenes that they didn't know each other, because they're such good friends. So that's always funny,
I love it. And so we are so excited to honor you. And again, congratulations, and feel better.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
No. Okay, I am with Black royalty. Keith, I am in awe of you. I am so excited to talk with you. Listen, in honor of Black History Month, you have voiced over 70 plus characters in voiceover video games. And I'm curious, how did you get into it?
I've always had a desire to, and I guess in the larger scheme of things, all of my training led me to being able to do it. So, I have to, thank God for my early beginnings. I studied with a wonderful man named Dr. Chauncey Northern, and he was an opera singer. But he in the 40s, when he came back to America from studying in Italy, he couldn't get a white company to perform with him at the Met. So he started teaching. and what he started teaching, and how he would have these parlors or like salons, and Paul Robeson would drop by, or Langston Hughes would drop by, and he would have these he would while he taught sight singing, and just prepared his students for being out in the world and for what you'd have to face. I always Percy Rodriguez and Ossie Davis. These were guys who I really listened to and wanted to be like, and then by the grace, one day I was able to do it, because when I joined, when I started coming in, there were very few cats. It was Adolph Caesar, and very few brothers who was in it. It was the White Boys Club, and then suddenly I started getting requested. The rest is history. Here I am today. I get to do this, and so I'm like, praise God.
So you were honoring Lynn, and I know you guys have acted together. What is your favorite memory with her?
My favorite memory of Lynn is we were doing a reading of the people of Clarendon County, something like that. I think it was an Ossie Davis play. And it was she and I and Avery Brooks. And as we got picked up from the hotel riding to the venue, just the conversation that we had, and when we met, how we met, and do we remember this, and that was one of my. And then it was after that I got to spend 5 seasons with her on Greenleaf. So that's been the greatest gift of all.
I love it. Well, thank you so much. Who is being honored? You have wrote some phenomenal songs, and I'm curious, when it comes to collaborating, what does it take for you to kind of approach a new collaboration or song?
I'm open. It's just like being an open vessel to what is. I always feel like we're here to do certain things, and so sometimes oftentimes it's about all the time. It's about the vibe. Like, do I feel that there's a collaboration in queue with me and this person, or for me in this film? Especially with the film, making sure it aligns with my spirit. There's some things where I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to write for that. I can't tell that story. But then when I find my collaborative partner, like co-composer, 9 times out of 10 is going to just be something that we connect with inside of each other, be it mostly music, because we all come from that. We have that connection that we share.
What would you say? I know you have such a huge body of work, but what is the one that was most impactful to you?
Oh, wow. I'm going to have to say Mighty River was we were nominated for an Oscar with Mary J. Blige and Raphael Sadiq, and that was amazing, but just the words, especially today, I think we're going through a really challenging period in terms of politically, the world seems like it's falling apart, but if we lean into love, we know that it can really conquer all, and if we stand together, it's harder for them to push us down, so.
That's beautiful. Derek, you are with The Rookie. Tell us all about it, because there has been so much buzz around the show. You've come in on, kind of a later season, so I would love to know your experience.
Well, I'm the new rookie on The Rookie, and it's been cool. We're on season 7. Hopefully we get renewed for season 8. And it's been a phenomenal experience with being a part of this cast and crew. And, they welcome me with open arms, so I'm happy.
So how does it feel to be here tonight? It's the second day of Black History Month. How does that feel?
It feels great. It feels phenomenal, honoring people who've done amazing work in our community. And I'm blessed to be a part of the work we're doing, and I'm honored to be presenting here. It's my second time presenting with AAFCA. Yeah.
Amazing. So we're going to be honoring you next, is what you're saying?
Oh, yeah, it's coming. It's
Yeah.
coming soon.
Awesome.
God's will.
Yeah.